I'm Marius, a marketing professional. I'm growing a Pokemon card business just now, and this is me prepping for my first ever Whatnot stream. As you can see, the logistics of prepping for the first stream are super glamorous to say the least. So I've been unboxing, I bought a bunch of these not that long ago, which are the Professor Juniper's like premium tournament collections. I also bought one of these Zoroark V-Star boxes, and it was mostly to get the promos. I bought one of these stands. I'm going to build this just now where I can hopefully display cards. And then I've just been going through what I've got in the sealed collection at the moment, which can either be for sort of rip and ships or potentially giveaways, but we've got tons of Brilliant Stars packs, we've got a bunch of Fusion Strike, we've got 5 151 packs, a couple of Lost Origins, a bunch of Shining Fates, that's all Chilling Reign, and then that's all Evolving Sky. So not awful by any means, definitely not as exciting as some people, but we've got to start from somewhere. So I'm going to build this just now and then start to show you some of the cards that I have selected for the first stream, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, that's not too bad at all. It's essentially like a shop card display case thing. But if I fling a couple of packs in here, it looks like it's actually a pretty good size. So you could put stacks of packs, and you, don't get me wrong, like the back packs would be covered, but you'd get a rough idea of what they were. Maybe if you had like one Lost Origin at the front and then behind them be a way of just like displaying what row is Lost Origin or something like that. So I'll put together a couple of suggestions and I'll show you. I think that's going to look pretty good, you know. So I'm going to hopefully have this as like the vertical backdrop for the Whatnot stream. So these will be the packs that are actually for sale as well. So it'll serve like dual purposes, in they are for sale, but they'll also look like a pretty sick backdrop. I've tried to pick the most interesting artwork to be at the front, so that hopefully it looks fairly appealing. And I do have these listed on my eBay at the moment, but like obviously if I sell it on Whatnot, and then I'll just remove them from eBay in terms of the quantity, or if somebody buys them all, then I'll do that. But the plan is for these to be ripping ships. The idea behind having these as ripping ships, I guess, would be that it allows somebody to get into the buyer's giveaway whilst also giving me content. So ideally, if we pull somebody something sick, then it's obviously great for them, but also means that I can either react to it, or I can post it on my socials, or I can make it a YouTube video or whatever it is. But ideally, I want you guys or whoever purchases from the stream to not only be into the buyer's giveaway, but then also to be able to pull something sick, hopefully. So these are all from like collection boxes and tins, and there could be anything in these. And obviously you can't weigh any of these modern sets anyway, so all completely unweighed. But I'm pretty happy with how that looks. I think that looks sick. And in this box here, I've got all the singles I plan on auctioning off starting at $1 for the first stream. So I've gone through a bunch of binders and I've tried to select things that I think are of interest. So we've got like a couple of full arts here, which are quite cool, slightly older ones, maybe some different ones. We've got a couple of more modern ones, which are super cheap. But again, like some of these cheaper cards, hopefully will be good sort of entry points for people to get into the buyer's giveaways. And I'll touch on what I'm planning to do for buyer's giveaways soon as well. Some different full arts. That Tyranitar is really cool. Got a couple of Galarian Galleries. As you guys know, I've opened absolutely tons of Crown Zenith, so I have no shortage of any of that here. This is one of the more expensive ones. You guys saw me that opened that fairly recently, and also the Gardenias. This lighting's actually really rubbish. I'm just going to flick through some of these, but we've got lots of really cool Crown Zenith cards, which are all going up in value. 151 Ericas, a Dark Gyarados, again with the Team Rocket set coming out, that should do well. A couple of these Mewtwo UPC promos, one of them is actually sealed. These guys have shot up. A couple of the Gold Mew EX promos from the UPC. Daisy's Help from 151. A couple of Prismatic Evolutions. One of the Japanese Roaring Moons. I think that's Surging Sparks those two guys are from. I think that's also from Surging Sparks. A couple of Palafin art rares. Bellybolt, Larvitar, Lechonk, Clauncher. Scizor, this guy's shot up a lot in English. I know you guys would have seen me talk about it in Japanese. Tarantula has also shot up. Then we've got a couple of V-Stars here, which again, I'm assuming won't go for a whole lot, which just means it's easier for somebody to get into the buyer's giveaway. We've got both of the Rayquaza VMAXs, a couple of different VMAXs here. And then we get into a lot of these Galarian Galleries, which have all shot, or Trainer Galleries as well, which are all shooting up in value. And I think it's probably a bad time for me to sell these. Like so one of the more expensive ones here, Deoxys, I think that's over £10, £12 maybe. Yeah, probably not the right time to sell. It's probably more time to buy, but ultimately if I can get, if this can help me like sort of launch the business on Whatnot, then I do think that there's a lot of value in that. So we have tons of these that I'll be auctioning off, all starting $1. Another big one there, Pikachu. Another big one there, Lapras. Comfy. Loads of them. And we're talking like tons of value here, which is obviously great. And then we've got some regular EXs. Again, these are probably in the sort of £1, £2, £3 range. Pikachu maybe a bit more expensive. A couple of regular Vs here. Just thought it would be good to get a bit of a variety of cards so that it's accessible to lots of different people. A bunch of different Vs, which again, I'm not expecting to go for much. A couple more trainer full arts here. A really cool one, this is one that's shooting up in value loads, Greninja Gold Star, which was the Celebrations Elite Trainer Box promo. A couple more promos here, Dragapult Prime, Hidden Fates tin promos. I think this was a Champions Path promo. Then we've got some of the Evolution tin promos. A couple of those Glaceons, one of the Paldean Whoopers. I actually saw this in the PSA 10. This is worth a lot of cash, which I need to look into and see if I've got any that might go as a 10. A couple more promos here. Again, the Lucario, we know that's been doing bits recently, so we've got a couple of those. The Galarian Zapdos. We've got a couple, well, 4 of those Professor Researches. One of the EV Maxes, and then those Zoroark promos from the box. And then I'm also going to include one of these EV 25th Anniversary Pokemon Day, not 25th Anniversary, Pokemon Day 2025 promos, because again, not everybody might have access to one of those, so I think that'll be quite a cool one. Going to trial one of these Ninetales in Japanese. It's been shooting up in value, just interested to see how that does. Caterpie from 151 Japanese, Ceruledge one Japanese, a couple of the Iron Thorns, I think, or Iron Crown. And then we've got a couple of like cheaper Celebrations cards. And then we're also going to run a couple of these great Pikachus at the end. And then the first giveaway item I'm going to run is going to be one of these Hisuian Zoroark sealed and stamped Lost Origin promo cards. And then I'm going to show you what my plan is for the buyer's giveaway. So I've got a few different options for the buyer's giveaway here. I'm not 100% certain. I'm definitely going to have the Glaceon V-Star as one of the buyer's giveaways. Out of these 3, I'm TBC. If I don't run one of these tomorrow, I'll probably run them in a future stream anyway. But if you do have a preference of which one of these 3 you'd rather see me run tomorrow, we've got the really sick Infernape AR in a PSA 10. We've got the unbelievable Tatsugiri AR in a PSA 10. And then we have the Gengar in a PSA 10 as well, the art rare. But I'm going to leave my Whatnot link in the description. I'm going to be running this stream tomorrow evening at some point. You'll see a pop-up for it. I would imagine it'll be early evening sometime. But please do use my link down in the description as well. You'll be able to spend £10 for free on Whatnot, which can include my stream. And if you were to come and use that in my stream, then you'll be able to get, maybe you'll be able to pick yourself up a couple of packs, which I can then rip, and then you'll be entered into the buyer's giveaways. But hopefully this will go really well. I'm really looking forward to trialing it out and seeing how this goes. And if it does go well, then hopefully we can make this a bit of a regular thing. But I'll make an entire YouTube video talking about how it went, how I felt about it, and what I'm going to do next off the back of it. But if you did enjoy, then please do drop this video a like. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything in particular I should be doing on Whatnot to make sure that it goes well. Again, this is a completely new world to me. And please do subscribe to the channel. We have been growing really, really well, which I'm super excited about. And I'll see you tomorrow with a Market Monday video.